Okay, so Stockton Con was a fun event that I took my family to this past weekend. It kind of has a little bit for everyone. There's games, comics, anime, pops. There's all kinds of cosplay stuff. There's a ton of people walking around dressed up, people signing autographs, all kinds of famous people. It takes place in a big hockey arena. At least that's the events that I went to there. So you had everyone out on the main floor, as you'll see in some pictures coming up. And then you had the upper area, and you had vendors all around there. And then all around the outer area, you had food vendors and more vendors outside. It was a pretty fun event for the whole family, and I'll go ahead and show you a little bit about it. Here was the flyer, and here's the back. And we'll show you a little bit of the Facebook page. Here is the Stockton winner Facebook page, Stockton Con, 13,000 likes. Definitely I'll give them a follow if you're in the area or want to check it out. You can see all kinds. This is pictures from the event this weekend. Tons of cool stuff to check out. We'll just scroll through for a little bit. There was a lot of art stuff, a lot of handmade stuff. I forgot to mention that earlier. We picked up a lot of gaming items, took pictures, picked up a few handmade items, a 3D printed starfish that we tried to get at Sack Gamers Expo, but he was out, and there were some printing at home. The same vendor was there, so my wife was really excited to get a hold of that. Here we've got some wrestlers. This was 11 to 5 Saturday and Sunday. We just attended on Saturday. She doesn't look too happy. I'm recognizing a lot of the people that I saw walking around. This was the entryway whenever you came in. This was the outer vendor area around the whole perimeter. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into some of the pictures, and we'll talk our way through the few that I took. This is the outer part, the line wrapped all the way around the building, and you waited to get inside. This is right before you go in. Inside, you'll go through metal detectors. They check all your bags and make sure everything's okay. This was a picture my kids took right inside. Ended up my wife knew the guy, and that was his wife there. This is from the balcony area. It kind of shows off the main vendor area. This was from the other corner, looking the different direction, all the inside vendors. This was up in the balcony area, one of them anyway. Lots of vendors, lots of people walking around cosplay, lots of famous people getting signing autographs. I didn't get too many of the vendors. This was the NES area. A guy I met at Sack Gamers Expo, all NES games. I got quite a few of them here. These are NES box games, Genesis, N64, Super Nintendo, and I missed those Jaguar box games. Same vendor, Super Nintendo. I don't think I picked up any Super Nintendo games. This was the side of his booth, a lot of different consoles. I picked up my Master System from him at Sack Gamers Expo. These are pops. This was the largest vendor, but there were a ton of pop vendors. One of the mini comic book vendors. This had a nice wall display and tons of boxes you can see there to go through. A few random items. You hardly ever see Vectrex consoles, let alone controllers, and here was one for sale by itself. I always highlight in television, it's my favorite, and here was a box of just in television games. Here was a box of random Gen 2 cartridges. Okay, now for the fun part. I get to show you what I purchased at the show. Let's start off with the small stuff. So I don't collect Legos, but I do buy gaming characters. There was a Bowser, And these Lego vendors, I wish I got some more pictures and videos. They had a ton of different Lego characters. There is the princess with a sword. I love just setting these up on the shelf in the Nintendo and Sega areas, or whatever, the item may be. Obviously, this is going in the Sega area. Hopefully I didn't just show this one. I kind of lost track there. Here's a Yoshi. Waluigi, I think it is. And a red shell. The dreaded red shell. Mario Kart. Ugh. When you're about to win and you see these things coming. All right. So I saw this and I didn't know what it was. I bought it just in case. It's probably just a home label for something that was missing a label, but ColecoVision Venture. It was cheap, so I figured, I'm going to buy it anyway. I picked up another Zapper. It was $10 or less. I forget what I paid after the discount. The more you buy, the more you save. Now, this one was a pretty good deal. The end, it is like coming out, but you can kind of fix that. It still functions fully. This is the turbo stick for the TurboGrafx 16. I had these way back, and that's my first one currently. So now we've got a big stack of NES games that I got from 3 different vendors. I try to support everyone that had games, and I think I did a pretty good job. Here is Battle Tank. I didn't need this one, but I want another one because this is from Gary Kitchen, and I want him to sign one. So I'll have a signed copy and then a regular copy. I'm sure I'll see him at PRGE or one of these other big events because they do live around here. California Games. Stinger. Grab a stack here. What is this? Image Fight. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I got much better deals than the stickers you see on here. What is this? Golgo 13 Top Secret Episode? I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. And this is Trojan. Oop, gonna drop it there. Here is Adventure Island 2. I believe I just need 3 now, which is probably the most expensive one. And this is a game I hadn't seen before. It has like a switch on the back. It's like a gold cart, Big Nose, the Caveman. And the label is different than the other ones. Let me show you. It's got a switch in there. And it says, position B only. Use this position if game does not work with position A. So there's 2. It's a switch. You can go A or B. I have no idea what that is for. All right, let's get into the next stack. We've got Jaws. This time, there's no escape. We've got Mystery Quest. Little League Baseball Championship Series. Street Fighter 2010. Stealth. Tag Team Wrestling. Shadowgate. Whoop. Get it in view here. And Adventures of Gilligan's Island. I don't think I had seen that one before anywhere. Alright, so we've got 1 box game, and because it was for a good price, and my golf black box game is pretty rough, and this one was in pretty good shape, and I didn't mind. I think I paid $35, so I was happy to pick that up. Now I have something for sale or trade, or for my current golf game. And then I am a huge Niner fan, Joe Montana, and this is NFL Football 94, starring Joe Montana. I did root for the Chiefs for those few years that Montana was there. I'm still pissed off that he didn't that the Niners got, traded him off. I understand it all, but I love Montana. I wish he would have stayed the whole time. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for my pickups. I got quite a few NES games that were on my list. I need to do a final count. I'm somewhere in the 300 range, but I need to do a count and kind of double check everything. All right, that's going to do it for pickups. Okay, there you have Stockton Con, or at least what I captured of it. I know I need to do a little better whenever I'm recording footage for events, but when I have my family there and I'm buying a lot of stuff and, showing them around, it's just not the same as whenever you're by yourself. Next time I need to at least do like a walkthrough, and then I can speak to the different vendors and show a lot of them off at least one pass. All right, guys, that'll do it for Stockton Con.